Hello everybody, it's Zach here from realestatelicensewizard.com. Today we're talking about ingress and egress. As always, in this video, we're going to be talking about the definition, how it uses real estate, and of course, what to remember for the real estate exam. Simply put, ingress and egress just means entering and exiting. However, there is more to it than that. Ingress and egress issues in real estate can be complicated, so it's super important to understand how it all works. Of course, they are also a huge tongue twister, so excuse me if I mess up a little bit at all during this video. So first off, in order to fully understand ingress and egress, you must have somewhat of an understanding of what an easement is. We actually, of course, do have a video covering that, which I'll link above and below, and I encourage you guys to watch that one as well. But anyways, for those of you who don't know what an easement is a right held by one person to use the land of another for a specific purpose, such as driving through someone else's property. Knowing that, let's take a look at the definitions. So, ingress and egress. As I said earlier, ingress is the right to enter a property, while egress is the right to exit a property. Now, as simple as that sounds, there are some things we have to address. First and foremost, these rights come together. After all, it's impossible to be able to enter a property and not be able to exit. You see what I mean? So when hearing these terms, remember that they go hand in hand. Now, verifying ingress and egress rights is an essential part of doing due diligence when purchasing property for both real estate agents and the buyers. If one of your clients is planning to purchase landlocked property, don't assume anything. Check records and have the land surveyed if necessary to ensure the property holds an easement for ingress and egress. Now, it's worth noting as well, ingress and egress rights may not be written into the deed. Sometimes they may be listed on a separate document or even sometimes implied verbally. Or in some extreme circumstances, written into a deed that appears valid but may be legally defective. For more on that, see our video on color of title. Now, let's tie everything we talked about earlier with easements and defined an easement for ingress and egress. So, an easement for ingress and egress is an easement used for entering and exiting property. Simple, right? Why do we need to define that? Well, because there are different types of easements. This type of easement just has to do with entering and exiting a property. For more on easements, as I mentioned earlier, I'll leave the links down below on that. Now let's discuss a quick ingress and egress example. Let's say Aaron can't get to his property from a public road without crossing over his neighbor Ron's property. In this situation, Aaron needs an easement for ingress and egress over Ron's property. Get it? So, what do you need to know for the real estate exam? Well, you need to know how ingress and egress works. Simply put, ingress and egress just means entering and exiting property. You also need to know what an easement for ingress and egress means, which, as we discussed earlier, is just an easement used for entering and exiting property. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know about ingress and egress. Again, a little bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, this video is part of our Answering Real Estate Exam series, where we go over specific vocab and topics for the real estate exam. Please check out the rest of those videos if you haven't already. Also, check out that easement video I mentioned earlier if you haven't yet, as well as our video on dominant and servient estate, which also has to deal with easements. If you do have any questions or comments, though, please leave them down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more real estate exam related stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this is Zach from realestatelicensewizard.com. Make today magical.